Welcome to our fall play. We are so excited that you are here. In fact, this isn't just our fall play, but this is our fall play. Yeah. You're about to see a bunch of your classmates up here that have been working extremely hard for the last 10 weeks, ever since August, I think 26th or something like that was our first rehearsal, so that was at least a little while ago. And we're really excited to share this play with you. This play was originally done in 1936, back when Dan Dodd was a boy. And for those of you who laughed, thank you very much. Okay, and so you're going to hear words that mean different stuff now than they did back then, like the word gay and that kind of stuff. So just be forewarned for that. It means different stuff. Please turn off your cell phone because Mr. Vallejo is on high alert, and he's not even turning him into the office. He's just taking him outside here and breaking him with a hammer. So just so you know, today only we got that special going on. So, plus it interferes with our mics and all that stuff, so please BDCM, whatever you guys are doing later on. Okay, this play is about a couple of families, and kind of the deal with this play is who is really crazy and what makes people crazy, and what is it, what kind of thinking, what kind of mentality actually turns people crazy. And so we're going to kind of see that evolve throughout this play. And plus, by the way, I didn't know if you noticed, but you get to miss class. And you're in here instead of class. Without any further ado, I really hope that you enjoy this amazing tale called You Can't Take It With You.
I'm afraid the powder chamber's just a little too close to the balloon. but see here, we got the bombs and the stars in between.
But they don't give the balloon time enough. A balloon needs plenty of time.
All right, let's go to the cell and try it out.
All right.
Mr. LaPena, if a girl you loved entered a monastery, what would you do?
I don't know, Mrs. Sycamore. It's been so long.
Miss Alice, what do you do? Isn't that Miss Sycamore? Oh, what, Reba? Oh, I don't know. Maybe.
Well, I'll set a plate for her, but she's only been home one night this week.
Yes, I know.
Miss Assie's making some mighty good candies. She's doing something new with coconuts.
Oh, that's nice.
Let's see, 6 and Mrs. DePena and Mr. Kollenkoff comes, yes. I've got to set up at 8.
I think I'll put this play away for a while and go back to the war play.
The wall play! I like that one. Boom, boom.
They'll be better when they're hunting Mother for trials. I want to know what you think.
Oh, they look lovely. What do you call them?
I think I'll call them love dreams.
Oh, yes, that's nice. I'm going back to the war play, I think.
Oh, are you, Mother?
Oh, yes. See, I sort of got myself into a monastery and I can't get out.
Oh, well, it'll come to you. Remember how you got into that brothel?
Oh, yes.
The snakes look hungry. Did Reba feed them?
Oh, I don't know. Reba, did you feed the snakes?
No, Donald's coming and he always brings flies for him.
Well, we should have feed them before Grandma gets home. You know how fussy he is about them.
Yes,
Oh, we have another love dream.
Well, Mr. DePena was right about the balloon. It's too close to the powder.
You want your love dreams, Mother? They're on the table.
No thanks, I gotta wash.
Hold on, going back to the war play.
Oh, we put gold stars in between the bombs and the balloon. That ought to do it.
You know, Mr. Kollenkoff says I'm the most promising pupil.
You'd think after 40 months in one girl that something would happen.
Essie, listen to this set.
I like that, Ed. Did you write it?
No,
Oh, lovely. Spent a lot of you in it. I made some more candies this afternoon.
all right. This is me. How's that?
It's just fine, Ed. Remember when Kollenkoff comes, will you?
Dear, why don't you and Essie have a baby? I was thinking about it just the other day.
I don't know. You could have one if you wanted to. How about it, Essie? You want to have a baby?
Oh, I don't care. I'm willing if Grandpa is.
Play the play, religious play, woo, sex play. Oh, I know it's just someplace.
Oh, I was right about the balloon. It was too close to the powder.
Mr. Pinner, is there anything else mentioned? How about some more calling cards?
You know, thanks. I still got the spirit thousand.
We'll call them something, won't you?
Oh, all right.
Reba, what do we have for dinner? I'm ready to print the menu.
Let's see, cornflakes, some of those candies with sesame, watermelons, and some kind of meat. I forget.
I think I'll set it up in full-faced Cheltenham for us. You know, if I'm going to take those new candies around after dinner, I better print some descriptive matter after dinner.
And do you think anybody ever reads those things that you put in the candy boxes?
Oh,
Here's the war play. Poison gas. Yes. Oh, I guess that's Donald. Oh, look at Reba smile.
The boyfriend here, Reba?
Awfully cute, no? Sort of like Corgi Ness.
Hello, Reba!
Donald!
Evening, everybody.
Oh, evening.
I don't know. How have you been?
Oh, very fine, thank you, Donald. Oh, Donald.
Yes, ma'am?
Were you ever in a monastery?
No, I haven't gone no place much. I'm on relief.
Oh, yes.
surprised, Reba. I won't mess with him this morning.
You sure did.
I see you've been working this Sycamore.
Oh, yes.
How's Grandpa?
Oh, he's just fine. He's over at Columbia this afternoon. The commencement exercises.
My. The years certainly do roll around. M-E-A-T. What's go there for all the time, Penny?
Oh, I don't know. It's just so handy. Just around the corner.
Oh, hello, Donald.
Evening.
Mr. Penn and I were thinking about bringing the fireworks up to Mount Vernon next week. You think you could lend us a hand?
Yes, sir. Only thing is, I can't take no money for it this year. If the government finds out I'm working, they'll get sore.
Oh, and I had a wonderful idea in the bathroom just now. I was reading Chuck's Joyce, isn't it?
Yeah, I left it there.
Who is it?
Oh, Trotsky, Russian Revolution.
Oh.
Anyhow, it struck me that would be great fireworks display. Do you remember the last days of Pompeii?
Oh, yes. Palisades Park. That's where we met.
Well, I'm going to do a revolution, full-hour display.
Say.
Wow. Oh, that's wonderful.
And the red bar can be the flag?
Sure, and Tsar and classics too.
And the freedom of the slaves?
No, the Russian Revolution.
Oh, yes.
Hello, Grandpa.
Well, sir, you should have been there. That's all I can say is you should have been there.
Nice to meet you, Grandpa.
Oh, wonderful. They get better every year. Oh, you don't know how lucky you are, you snakes.
Well, there's big classes here, Grandpa. How many were there?
Oh, must have been about 2 acres. Yes, everybody graduated too, and they had much funnier speeches than they had last year.
You want to listen to a good speech, you go and hear Father Divine.
Oh, I'll wait. They'll have them at Columbia.
Donald, will you tell Reba that Grandpa's home now and we won't wait for Miss Alice?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Reba, Grandpa's home. We can have dinner.
We made a new skyrocket today, Grandpa. Wait till you see it.
Evening, Grandpa.
Evening, Mr. Defender.
Didn't we make the final rocket today, Mr. Defender?
Oh, we certainly did.
Why don't they have fireworks at the commencement?
Oh, they don't make enough noise. See, you can take a good commencement also, and you'll drown out a whole carload of fireworks. And say just as much, too.
Well, don't the graduates ever say anything?
Oh, no, they just sit there in their cap and nightgown, get their diploma, then long about 40 years from now, they suddenly say, where am I?
Hello, Grandpa. Have a nice day.
Hello, Grandpa, have a nice day. Don't even get kissed.
Excuse me, Grandpa.
All right, I'll take a tomato.
Father?
No thanks.
Mother? Oh, no thanks, dear.
Play something, yes.
All right.
There was a letter that came for you today, Grandpa. Did you get it?
But I don't know it.
What's for you, though? How'd your name on it?
That's funny, where is it?
I don't know. Where's the Grandpa's letter, Mother?
Well, who was it from? Did you notice it?
Yes, it's on the outside.
Well, who was it from?
United States government.
Really? Wonder what they wanted.
There was one before that, too, from the same people. A couple, actually.
Well, if any more come, I wish you'd give them to me.
Yes, Grandpa.
I think I'm going to go out to Westchester tomorrow and do a little snake hunting. Is that it?
God is the state. The state is God.
What's that?
God is the state. The state is God.
Who said that?
Oh, Trotsky says it.
Oh, well, that's all right. I thought you said it.
You know, that's the printing, you know. Good and short. G-O-D space I-S.
So the beautiful princess came into the palace and kissed her mother and her father and her grandfather.
Hello, darling.
And what do you think grandfather took to the Sycamore family surprise?
Alice, I like it.
Do you? It's you, isn't it? Yep.
Oh, yes, it looks nice in the summary.
Yes, well, I took a walk during lunch hour.
Oh, you've been taking a lot of walks lately. That's the second new dress this week.
Well, what can I say? I just like to brighten up the office every once in a while. I'm known as Kate Francis of Caribbean Company. So what's new around here in the way of plays, snakes, ballet dancing, or fireworks? But I bet you've been down in that cellar all evening.
Huh?
I'm going back to the role play.
Really, Mother?
Yes.
Ed, play Alice the Beethoven thing you wrote.
You know, you can mail a letter all the way from Nicaragua now for 2 casitos. Yeah.
Okay, listen, everyone. Okay, listen. I have an announcement to make. I'm not going to be home to dinner tonight. A young gentleman is calling for me.
Oh.
Yes, well, I did all I can to keep him from coming here, but he's calling for me.
Really? He will stay.
No, I want him to take him in easy doses. I've tried to prepare him as much as I could, but just don't make it any worse than you can help. So Mother, please don't read him any plays. And Father, don't show any fireworks. And Grandpa, don't let us snake bite him because I like him.
We can't do anything, see? Who is he? President of the United States?
No, he's Vice President of Caribbean Company, Mr. Anthony Kirby Jr.
The boss's son?
That's right, the boss's son, just like the movies.
Well, are you going to marry him?
Oh yes, tonight. Meanwhile, I'll just go upstairs and try on my wedding dress.
All right.
Oh dear, what time is it?
Oh, no. Anybody know what time it is?
Actually, Mr. DePena might know.
Oh, I don't know better than to ask you people. Just let me know the minute he gets here, okay?
Oh, well, of course.
No, I mean the minute he gets here.
Of course, darling.
No, just be sure.
Isn't that something?
Yeah, she certainly seems happy about it.
Yeah, I'll say she's got it bad. Oh, he must be crazy about her. I bet he's the one that's been taking her out every night. Oh, no, that must be him. Remember that Alice can be very nice to him.
All right, let's take a look at it.
Welcome to our little home. Now, I'm Alice's mother. This is Alice's grandmother, and Alice's father, Mrs. Jessie, and okay. Now you've met everyone. Oh, let me take your hat and make yourself right at home.
I'm afraid you're making a mistake.
Oh, what's that?
My card.
Internal Revenue Department.
That's right.
Well, what can we do for you?
Does a Mr. Martin Vanderhoff live here?
Yes, sir, that's me.
Well, Mr. Vanderhoff, the government is here to talk to you about a little amount of income tax.
Income tax?
You mind if I sit down?
Oh, go right ahead.
No, it isn't, darling. It's, an internal something about that. Pardon me.
Yes.
These things are going up right. Look.
Not here, Mr. DePena. Downstairs.
Oh.
Pardon us.
Now, Mr. Vanderhoff, we've written you several letters about this, but we have had no reply.
Oh, so that's what those letters were.
I told you they're from the government.
According to our records, Mr. Vanderhoff, you have never paid an income tax.
Yes, sir, that's correct.
Why not?
Well, I don't believe it.
But you don't publicly
Yes, sir.
and receive a yearly income from it
I do, yes.
of between $3,000 and $4,000.
Yes, about that.
You've been receiving it for years.
Yes. 1901, if you want to be exact.
Well, the government is only concerned 1914 on. See, that's when the income tax started. Well, Mr. Vanderhoff, it seems you owe the government 24 years of income tax. Wait a minute. You can't go back that far. That's outlawed. Outlawed, huh? What difference does it make? Never filed an income tax. No, sir. And what was your income last year? $28.50. Right, Essie?
Yes, sir.
Now, if you please. Now, Mr. Vanderhoff, you are aware there's quite a penalty for not paying your income tax.
Penalty.
Let me ask you something, Mr. Henderson.
Well,
Suppose I do pay you this income tax. Now, mind you, I don't say that I'm going to pay it, but just for the sake of argument, what's the government going to do with it?
how do you mean?
Well, if I go into Macy's and buy something, there it is, I see it, but what's the government going to give me?
The government, it gives you everything. It protects you.
What from?
From foreigners, from people who come and take everything you've got.
Oh, I don't think they're going to do that.
Well, if you didn't pay your taxes, they would. How do you think the government keeps up the army, the navy, and all those big battleships?
The last time we used battleships was in the Spanish-American War. And what did we get out of that? Cuba. And we gave that back. You see, I wouldn't mind paying for something if it was sensible.
Sensible? What about the Supreme Court, Congress, the President? You gotta pay them, don't you?
Not the high money.
Now wait a minute. All I know is you haven't paid your taxes, and you got to.
Well, they've got to show me.
We don't have to show you anything. I just told you. All those buildings in Washington, the Constitution, interstate commerce.
The Constitution was paid for long ago, and for interstate commerce. Well, what is interstate commerce anyhow?
There's 48 states, see? And if it weren't for interstate commerce, things wouldn't go from one state to another.
Well, why not? They got fences.
No, they don't have fences. They have laws. I gotta remember to trust them. Now wait a minute. All I know is you haven't paid your taxes, and you got to.
Well, they've got to show me.
We don't have to show you anything. I just told you. All those buildings in Washington, the Constitution, interstate commerce.
The Constitution was paid for long ago, and for interstate commerce. Well, what is interstate commerce anyhow?
There's 48 states, see? And if it weren't for interstate commerce, things wouldn't go from one state to another.
Well, why not? They got fences.
No, they don't have fences. They have laws. I gotta remember to trust something like this before.
Well, Mr. Henderson, I might pay about $75 or so, but that's all it's worth.
No, you'll pay every cent of it. And listen to me. If that's the law, and you'll go to jail if you don't pay. And if you think you're bigger than the law, then you got another thing coming. You're no better than anybody else. The sooner you get that for real, the all I can say is hear from the government again.
Watch out for those snakes.
How's that?
This is fine, Anna. I wasn't mad.
Oh, no, he wasn't mad. It's just that the whole thing is so silly. Say, what size is that hat?
Oh, 7 and an 8.
Just right for me.
Who was that? Anyhow.
Now, this must be the security, everyone. Oh, my goodness. Good evening. Is this Mr. Anthony Kirby Jr.?
Yes.
Well, Mr. Kirby, we've been expecting you. Oh, do come right in. Do come right in. Now, this is Mr. Kirby. I'm Alice's mother, and this is Alice's grandmother, and her father, and Mr. Sycamore, her sister Anastasiades, his husband Abe. Now you know all of us, Mr. Kirby.
All right, then, all right.
Make yourself right.
Well, come right in, don't be up.
Oh, yes. Please, have a seat.
Oh, well, I hope I'm not keeping you all from your dinner.
No, it's perfectly all right. Have a tomato.
Williams.
Oh, I almost forgot. This is Mr. DePena.
Wasn't I reading about your father in the newspaper the other day? Didn't he get indicted or something?
Hardly that. He just testified before the Securities Commission.
Oh.
Yes, I'm sure there is nothing crooked about it, Mr. DePena. In fact, Alice has often told us what a lovely man your father is.
Oh, well, Father couldn't get along in the business without Alice. She knows more about it than any of us do.
But you're awfully young, Mr. Kirby, to be vice president of a big place like that.
Vice President, you know what that means. All I've got is a desk with my name on it.
Is that what you're giving me salary?
Oh, well, a little. More than I'm worth, I'm afraid.
Oh, now you're just being modest.
Yeah, sounds kind of dull to me, Wall Street. Do you like it?
Oh, no, I haven't been there very long.
Oh.
And the hours are short.
So you're just out of college, huh?
Well, before college, I sort of messed around a little.
Well, what did you do, travel?
Yes, and then I went to Cambridge.
England! Say, what's an English commencement like?
Oh,
BC?
yeah, very impressive.
Oh, they are.
Well, now I'm ready to settle down and face the real world.
Well, you've certainly got a good start. I mean, rich father and vice president.
Well, that's hardly my fault, actually.
Well, so I suppose now you're ready to settle down and get married.
Kirby here knows so much.
Oh, now I was making up his mind. That was like Mr. Kirby. Oh, you see? Now, all I meant was that he's bound to get married. Suppose Rob Bell gets him. Well, here I am. Oh,
So, so you guys have a chance to get a married?
Yes, they're wonderful.
Yeah, well, I came down as fast as I could, so I'm sorry.
Oh, no, it's fine.
Oh, yes, we were just having delightful talk about getting married.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
No problem.
Damn, those flowers in the kitchen! Oh, hello. Miss Alice, you look nice.
Oh, Sister Cricket!
Honey, we should get going.
Oh, no.
Yes, that's the way.
I have Rachel from Run, and they tell me the third 5-year plan is a failure.
Good evening, Mr. Conco.
Good evening. I look to Laos. I've never seen you look more magnificent.
Thank you, Mr. Conco. This is Mr. Kirby, and this is Mr. We're going to the Monte Carlo Ballet.
The Monte Carlo Ballet?
Yeah.
It stinks.
Well, let's get going. Have a good evening, everyone.
Oh, good evening.
And we're certainly much obliged. We've been getting along for quite a while now, pretty good, and as far as anything else is concerned, we want to keep our health, but we'll leave that to you. Thank you. So the second 5-year plan's a failure, eh?
And wait until they try the third 5-year plan.
We
That's
actually
wrong.
we got married in this room. We could put the altar right at the stakes up. Of course, you wouldn't mind.
Oh, not if the snakes don't.
I like a church wedding.
Oh, yeah.
What's for dinner? I'm hungry.
Okay, no one go anywhere. Just a quick scene turnaround, so just give us like 30 seconds. And we'll be right back with scene 2 of Act 1. Here we go.
Transit. Yeah, and I zoom up. Like I just kind of make sure everyone's. Yeah, just that's fine. You don't have to zoom in on the face.
Oh, they are, they? But of course, just walking into any theater gives me the thrill.
Well, it's been so lovely, Tony. I hate to have it over.
Oh. Is it over? Do I have to go right away?
Not if you don't want to.
I don't.
Would you like a cool drink?
Wonderful.
I'll feel for the icebox. Want to come along?
Oh, I'd follow you to the ends of the earth.
Oh, just the kitchen is enough.
Oh, I like how you've done it. Very simply, haven't you?
Yes, well, we didn't know whether to go with Neo-Grecian or Empire,
So you settled for frigid air.
Yes, it's so easy to live with. Lucky you're not hungry, Mr. K. An icebox full of cornflakes gives you a rough idea about the sycamores.
Why they make these bottle openers for singer midgets? I never. All over my coat.
I'll have mine in a glass if you don't mind.
Here you are, Miss Alice. Nice. Filming.
Anyhow, it's cool.
Now, if you'll please be seated, I'd like to. Well, we are seated. I'd like to make a toast. Miss Sycamore? To you.
Thank you, Mr. Curry. To you.
You know,
I wouldn't trade this evening for all the rice in China. Cross my heart.
Is there much rice in China?
Wonderful. Didn't you read Good Earth? Oh, well. I suppose I ought to go.
Is it very late?
Very. Oh, I don't want to go.
I don't want you to.
Oh, I don't. When do you get your vacation?
Last 2 weeks in August.
Oh, I might take mine then too.
Really?
Going away, do you think?
No, well, I don't know. I haven't given it much thought.
Staying here or?
Well, I do like the city in the summertime.
Oh, I do too.
But you go up to Maine always, don't you?
Yes, but I'm sure I would. Oh, Alice, you know what I mean. I would love it if you were here.
Well, it'd be nice to meet you too, Tony.
You know what you're saying, don't you?
What?
That you'd rather spend summer with me than anybody else?
Was I?
Well, if it's true about summer, then what would you say about winter?
I'd like that.
And then there's spring and autumn. And you can see your way here to Hosensville.
I might.
Well, then we've got everything, haven't we? Oh, well then.
I just came out for a manuscript and I think you can go right ahead. Yes. Oh, here it is. Ah, yes. Sex takes a holiday. Well, good night, Tony. Oh, I hope you can call me Penny by now, don't you? At least I hope so.
What was that?
Don't worry, Tony, that was just father.
At this time of night?
Any time of night, any time of day.
Alice, you know you're more beautiful, more wonderful, more adorable than anyone else.
Don't, Tony.
What? Oh, because of your mother? Why, all mothers are like that. And Penny's a darling.
No.
See, I've even torn your Penny.
It's not that. I should have made this clear to you a long time ago, but I didn't have the courage to because I was swept away because I loved you.
Alice.
No, Tony, I should make this clear to you now. You're of a whole different world, a completely different kind of people, and I don't mean money or socially. That's too silly, but your family and mine, it wouldn't work.
All right, have it your way. She can't dance. That's why they pay her all that money, because she can't dance.
Well, I don't call it dancing what she does. Oh, hello. How's the ballet?
It was fine.
Lovely. Thank you.
Hello there.
Okay, well, look. Me and Ed just saw Fred Astaire and DeRon.
Yes, I always thought so.
What does she do anyway? Okay, Fred Astaire and DeRon. No,
Right.
Effie, please. Effie, I'm just gonna burn for a minute. Effie, you're better than DeRon or Fred Astaire, okay? We all agree. See, Ed?
Yeah, come on, we're butting in here.
Good night, Mr. Kirby.
Good night, Mrs. Carmichael.
Good night, Alice.
Good night, Mrs. Carmichael.
Did you ask her about having a baby?
Oh, yeah, just have to go right ahead.
I didn't mind that, Alice. And besides, we're not going to be living with them. It's just going to be you and I.
No, Tony, it's never quite that. Okay, I love them deeply, but some people could break away, but I couldn't, okay? And I know they do rather strange things, but they're fun and they're gay, and I don't know, they have this nobility about them.
Darling, you're speaking as though only you could understand them. Why, everybody's got a family. My father raises orchids at $10,000 a bulb. My mother believes in spiritualism. That's the same as your mother writing plays.
It goes deeper, Tony, okay? Your mother writes My mother writes case because 8 years ago a typewriter was sent here by mistake, but your mother believes in spiritualism because it's fashionable, and your father, he raises orchids because he can afford to. My mother, mannequins fell off a truck and she decorated the entire house with them.
Darling, what of it?
And look at Grandpa. 35 years ago, he could have been a rich man, a rich businessman, but ever since then, he said it took too much time. So for 35 years, he's been collecting snakes and going to circuses and commencements, and it never occurs to any of them. I'm sorry.
Hello, children.
Good evening, Mr. Dhahran.
Well, how's the weather? It looks like a nice summer evening.
Wonderful.
Well, I'm off, Mr. Kirby. I've got a date with the policeman on the corner.
What? The policeman?
Well, yes, we've got a standing date, see? 12:30 every night. Known him since he was a little boy, see? He's really a doctor, but after he came to me, he said he didn't want to be a doctor anymore. Said he had always wanted to be a policeman. So I said, you go right ahead and be a policeman. If that's what you really want to be. And that's what he did. How do you like my new hat?
Oh, very nice to see you.
Yes, the government gave it to me.
Oh, I didn't know you folks was in here. Oh, very good to stay. There it is. You all don't want it, do you?
No, Dad.
Did y'all have a nice evening?
Yes,
Darling. It was enjoyable. Nice dinner?
Yes, Darling.
What's that with us?
Yes, Darling.
Thank you. That's nice.
Now, Tony, now do you see what I mean? Could you explain Dhahran to your father? Could you explain Grandpa? I love you, Tony, but I love them too, and it's just no use.
Alice, you've only said one thing that makes sense at all. That you love me.
But Tony, I know so well.
Don't you think everyone else has these problems? Everyone's got a family.
But not like mine.
That doesn't stop people from loving each other. Daddy, don't you trust me? And go on loving me and forget everything else? Because nothing can keep us apart. You know that. You must. Your family wants you to be happy, don't they? They must.
Of course they do, Tony, but they can't change, and I wouldn't want them to.
I don't want them to change. They're charming, lovable people just as they are. If you're worrying about something that may never come up, everything's going to be fine.
Tony, am I?
All that matters right now is that we love each other. Isn't that so? Now, I'd like to see a little gaiety around here. Young gentlemen calling and getting engaged and all.
What do I tell them?
Well, first, you tell him the first thing it was about him that took your girlish little heart.
The back of your head.
What?
That's right, it was the back of your head. I just saw it and I just fell in love. I mean, it wasn't your charm or your money or anything.
What happened when I turned around?
I got used to that after a while.
I'm the luckiest girl in the world. Well, I'm not exactly unlucky myself. Oh well, I really ought to go. Until tomorrow, darling. Meet me at the drugstore before you go up to the office. I have a million things to say to you.
Oh, darling, what will people say?
Oh, it's going to be funny in the office, isn't it? Good thing I'm vice president. I can dictate to you all day. Dear Miss Sycamore, I love you, I love you, I love you.
Oh, darling, you're such a fool.
Oh, it's got to come out sometime. If you got a little rooftop, I'd like to do a little shouting.
Yes, sir, Mr. Brennan. We did a good night's work.
And that was what? 500 Black Panthers, 300 militaries, and 8 dozen junior kitty bombers.
Oh, hello, Alice.
Oh, hi, Father. No, I was home for a while.
Oh, did you have a nice evening?
I had a beautiful evening, Father.
Oh, I'm going to take a look and see where the fire is. Mr. Lieutenant, you might turn on the lights, please. Or else to get the full effect. Here, watch. Yeah, isn't it beautiful?
Oh, yes, Father, everything's beautiful. It's the most beautiful red fire in the world. Mother, may I please borrow some paper? I'm making out a list for Reba tomorrow night.
Yes, dear.
Thank you. What happened to your actress friend? Is she giving a performance?
Oh no, she's not acting, Alice. She's really drunk.
Essie, dear, you'll be giving a teacher to Reba all day tomorrow, right? Because you're leaving.
First, Alex, I'll start right away, so be way ahead.
Thanks, dear. And Mother, I'll be home by 3 o'clock tomorrow, and that'll give you time to put everything down in the cellar, right? The typewriter, the printing press, and the xylophone.
And Miss Wellington.
And Miss Wellington, and all the snakes, and that'll give me time to arrange the table and fix the flowers.
The Clovers are certainly going to get the wrong impression of this house tomorrow night.
You'll do that, won't you, Mother?
Oh yes, dear, of course.
And I think we should have cocktails ready by 7:15, just in case they happen to come a little bit early. And, I wonder if we should cook dinner tomorrow night. What do you think, Grandpa?
Oh, now, darling, from what I've seen of the boy, I'm sure the Clovers are nice people. And if everything isn't so elaborate around here, tomorrow night will be all right.
Oh, I'm not trying to impress them or pretend we're anything that we're not, but I just want them to go off well.
Oh, no reason why it shouldn't.
Oh yes, we're all going to do everything we can to make it a nice cocktail.
Oh, thank you. I love you guys. You're the best family in the world, and I'm the happiest girl in the world. Why, I didn't know anyone could be this happy. This past week has been floating. Grandpa, you don't know what it does to me when I see him.
Oh, just seeing him, Mom. Just seeing him for lunch and dinner and breakfast and until 10 o'clock in the morning, then 4, then 9 o'clock at the office again, and there he is. Just seeing him.
I don't care. I'm in love. Reba! Reba!
Isn't it nice to see her so happy?
Yes, I remember when I was engaged to Paul, how happy I was. And you know I still feel that.
I know. It's nice the way Ed and Nancy get along too with you.
Oh, and Donald and Reba, even though they're not married. Do you think Mr. DePetta will marry anyone, Grandpa?
Well, I don't. Well, there's Miss Wellington.
Oh, I wish she'd wake up. If we're going to the play tonight.
This is it, come on! Look what I found! Remember?
Oh, yes, of course. It's my painting of you as a discus thrower. Remember, Grandpa?
Yes, I remember. You've gotten a little bald, haven't you, Mr. DePetta?
Is it very noticeable?
Well,
There's something here!
well, it was a long time ago. Let's see, just before I stopped painting, so that's 8 years.
Too bad you never finished it, Mrs. Sycamore.
Oh, I always meant to finish it, Mr. DePetta, but I just started writing a play one day, and that was that. I never finished again.
Just as well, too. I was going to have to look like that next.
Oh my goodness. Who would have thought that the day I came to live with the ice that I was going to stay here for 8 years?
Yes, the milkman was here just ahead of you for 5 years.
Say, what did happen to him anyhow? I forget.
Oh, he died, Mr. DePetta.
Who was? He was such a nice man. Oh, do you remember the hero, Grandpa? We never knew his name, and it was kind of hard to get a certificate.
Yes, what was the name we finally made up for him, though?
Martin Vanderhoff.
Yes.
Nothing.
Yes, and it didn't bother me any. Not bother with mail anymore, and I haven't had a telephone call from that day to this.
Yes, it really was a wonderful idea.
I do wish you'd finish this sometime, Mrs. Sycamore. I kind of like to have it.
You know what, Mr. DePetta? I think I'll do some work on it right tonight.
Really? Will you?
But I don't think she's going to wake up anyhow. Look, Mr. DePetta, you go down to the cellar and get your coffee.
Good evening, everybody! Hey! Grandpa, tell me what I do with little Rabishka. I keep on telling her she would make great toe dancer, but she laughs only.
No, sir, I couldn't get up on my toes. I got corns.
Rabishka, you could wear diamonds. A great girl, Grandpa. Yes. What is that?
Oh, that's a picture of Mr. DePetta. Penny painted it.
It stinks.
But how do you like that over there?
She's drunk, no?
She's drunk, yes. But how are you, though, Mr. DePetta? How are things in Russia these days?
Oh, I am magnificent. Life is chasing itself around inside me. like a squirrel. I'm a letter from Russia. I say for you the postage stamp.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Depender. And how's he like it there?
Oh, they have sent him to Siberia.
And how's he like it?
He's escaped. He's escaped and gone back to Moscow. He will get them yet if they do not get him. The Soviet government. I could take the whole Soviet government and just... Ah!
I'm sorry, Nancy goes right away.
Pablo, we have two difficult nights tonight. Try something different.
Is Essie making any progress?
Confidentially, she stinks.
Well, as long as she's having fun.
You sure do tickle me, Mr. Concar. She's laughing her head off out
She's
there.
a great girl. Donald, what do you think of the Soviet government?
What?
I would draw the question. What do you think of this government?
Oh, I like it fine. I'm on relief, you know.
Oh yeah, and you like it?
Yes, sir, it's fine. Only thing is, I gotta go around to that place every week to get it. And sometimes, I've got to stand in line for near half an hour. I think the government ought to be run better than that. Don't you think, Grandpa?
Oh, the government ought to stop sending me letters. See, you want me to be at the marshal's office tomorrow night at 9 o'clock on the dot. Look at that.
Income tax. They've got you, Grandpa.
Yeah, something about they want me to pay them a whole lot of money as to keep Donald on leave.
You don't say, Grandpa. You get paid from now on?
Well, that's what they want, Donald.
You mean, I can come right here and get it instead of standing in that line?
No, I'm afraid you'll have to spend a full half hour of your time every week.
Well, I don't like it. Breaks up my week.
You should have been in Russia when the revolution came. Then you would have stood in line. A bread line. What has become of Russia? Think of it, Grandpa. The Grand Duchess, Olga Katrina, cousin of the Tsar, now works in child's restaurant. I just got big beans from her just yesterday. Broke my heart. It's a crazy world, Grandpa.
Oh, well, not so crazy, correct? It's the people in it. See, life's so simple if you just relax.
How could you relax in times like these?
Well, if they relax, there wouldn't be times like these. And the trouble is, most people forget that. I know I did. I was in the mix of it all. Scratching and clawing and fighting. Regular jungle. Then one day, just sort of hit me.
What did you do?
Well, I just relaxed. 35 years ago that was, and I've been a happy man ever since.
Well, that's very good. I've never been able to do it myself.
Oh, good evening, Mr. Conco.
House. I've not seen you to present my congratulations.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Conco.
May you be very happy and have very many children. That was my prayer for you. Oh, love. Love is all that is left in the world, Grandpa.
Yes, but there's plenty of that.
And soon Stalin will take that away too, I tell you.
Seems so nice to get into my outings again. They still look alright, don't they?
Oh, yes, indeed.
You are the breath of Paris, Madam
Thank you.
I didn't know you was working for the WPA.
Oh, no, Donald, you see, I used to paint all the time, but that's...
Another fellow followed me every place I went.
Oh, nonsense, Ed, it's your imagination.
No, it isn't. It happens every time I go out to deliver candy.
Well, maybe he wants a piece of candy.
It's all right for you to laugh, Grandpa, but keep following me.
You should have been in Russia when the revolution came. Then you would have been followed right out of Russia.
You see, Ed, the whole thing is just imagination.
Well, maybe.
Here we are. Oh, who's here? Mr. DeRon, yes?
And for tonight, we'll use the first movement of the Sherazade.
Mr. DeRon, has something happened to you over here in these last 6 years? Oh, Miss Wellington! Miss Wellington! I'm sorry I'm late, Mr. Palenka. I couldn't find my slipper.
Oh, we have a hot night for tonight, Pavlova. But as we all know, art is only achieved through perspiration.
Why, isn't that wonderful? Did you hear that, Grandpa? Art is only achieved with perspiration.
Oh, yes, but it helps if you've got a little talent with that. I don't mean too brutalized on my dark side. We've got to do better than that.
Okay, all right, are we ready? Are we ready? We begin. Let's go now, take away. Grandpa, you cannot relax with the Stalin in Russia. The Tsar relaxed with what happened to him. He cannot relax with Grandpa. We're not serving in the child grandpa. I'm sorry. We stopped the music. We stopped the music. We go back to the pyramids. Your arms must be freer. The whole body must be freer. And music must be freer too. And help us with the music. Are we ready? Okay. We begin.